Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin have held talks this morning as concern grows that Russia is preparing to invade Ukraine. The leaders spoke over the phone for just over an hour. President Biden warned his counterpart that if Russia were to invade, there'd be a decisive and swift response. Putin said that Western states have not put enough pressure on Ukraine to make it abide by the Minsk agreement. Mark Stone has more.
We've had what they describe as a readout. It's the only information we've got hitherto of how that phone call went. It is an American interpretation of how it went from the White House, and I'll read it to you because it's short. President Biden spoke today with Vladimir Putin of Russia about Russia's escalating military build-up on the borders of Ukraine. President Biden was clear that if Russia undertakes a further invasion of Ukraine, the United States, together with our allies and partners, will respond decisively and impose swift and severe costs on Russia. President Biden reiterated that a further Russian invasion of Ukraine would produce widespread human suffering and diminish Russia's standing. President Biden was clear with President Putin that while the United States remains prepared to engage in diplomacy in full coordination with our allies and partners, we are equally prepared for other scenarios. In short, not much have we gleaned from that phone call. I'll be interested to see what the Kremlin's interpretation of it is when they, if they release any words over the next few minutes and hours. But this is the latest conversation that Joe Biden has had with his Russian counterpart. It comes after relatively alarming statements coming out of the American administration, which have sat rather awkwardly with rather more calming statements that have come out of both the Ukrainian government and indeed the French. Vladimir Putin spoke to Emmanuel Macron, the French president, earlier on today, and the consequence of that conversation was that it is the French assessment that the Russians are not about to invade Ukraine. So it's really very hard to establish precisely what's going on. What we can say is that if the Americans are to be taken at face value, then they say they have new intelligence which suggests a Russian invasion really is imminent. That explains why they are asking now, they are saying it's beyond time for American citizens to leave Ukraine because American troops will not go into Ukraine to rescue them. The French seem to think that it is rather less imminent. That follows a pattern that we've seen over the course of the past few months. The Brits seem to be rather more closely aligned to the American position. British nationals are being told they must leave as well. The Ukrainians in the middle are saying don't panic. That's certainly the view of the Ukrainian president, and of course the Russian president is saying nothing to see here. We're just carrying out exercises.